Hey guys, it's Kevin again. This is going to be another classic movie review for you guys. This time reviewing to you the 1969, actually the very first Western movie I'm actually going to review to you guys. I'm actually reviewing two Western movies this year. I'm not talking about the other one. That's going to be like towards the end out of all this, but this is going to be the 1969 Western classic, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Now, that puzzles me right there. Why is this movie a classic? I think I know why, but personally, I don't like this movie. I really did not like this movie. I was looking forward to this movie. I heard good things about this movie. I heard it was a good cast and things like that. But overall, I just did not like this movie. The first half of this movie, like I'd say the first hour or so, I really liked it. I was really into the story. I liked the way they did things. But then the second hour, it became, but then like the last like 45 minutes, it became really, really stupid. And the movie just lost me because of that. And I'll get to that, but basically, what's Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid about? Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid, they are two outlaws, basically, who are just kind of going on these different sort of, like, missions and things like that. They're part of the Hole-in-the-Wall gang, and basically, they have to, they were real people, by the way. They have to migrate to Bolivia while on the run from the law in search of a more successful criminal career. And that's basically what the movie's about, and it sounds interesting in the first hour, so yeah, it is interesting. In fact, what I really like about the first hour of the movie is the first 5 minutes of this movie, it's actually presented like a real Western film, which I think is really cool. If they would have done that throughout the whole movie, it would have been really cool. But because they didn't do that, that just seemed gimmicky to me, and I was not a fan of that. It seemed extremely gimmicky, and I was not a big fan of that. Yes, in this time, it was cool, but this is not The Wizard of Oz. Like, seriously, it's like a Western-style movie, and then all of a sudden it goes to color. It's like, what? It's just weird. Let's talk about the acting in this movie. The acting in this movie overall was pretty good. Paul Newman as Butch Cassidy, I thought he was really good in the movie. You know, you really saw a lot between, he did a really good job in the movie. And then Robert Redford as the Sundance Kid, he was good. I like the the friendship between them. It was fun. It was fun to watch. They had a lot of really great scenes together. And then Catherine Ross played the Sundance Kid's love interest, Etta Pierce. Etta Place. No, she was also a real person. I liked her. I liked the chemistry between her and the Sundance Kid. She kind of added some heart to the movie. I liked her character overall. I liked that, I just liked her character. I thought any scene that she was in was good. I liked her character. And the only other person I think I'll talk about is Strother Martin as Percy. He was a good character as well. I definitely really did enjoy his character. Let's talk about the directing in this movie. Here's the problem with this movie. The directing. This movie has a clear problem with tone. The first half of this movie, it's really fun to watch. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of dark, but it's more of an action movie. The second half of this movie becomes completely ridiculous because there's this music that plays during these chase scenes. Now, you'd think it'd be like really exciting music. The music is not exciting at all. It sounds like music I'd hear in a comedy. Like, did the writers mix up like, the sound with a comedy? Like, seriously, I did not take the movie seriously after that. They're playing this happy music while there's, like, a chase scene going on. No, I'm not taking a movie seriously after that. I found that to be really stupid, and I was not a fan of that at all. I thought that was really dumb, actually, that they did that. And that's when the movie lost me, was because of that. Because it's just, like, what is the point of this? It's just, like, ridiculous cartoonish music playing while there's a chase scene going on. It was really, really dumb, and I was laughing at it, honestly. I was laughing. You're not supposed to laugh at it, and I was laughing. It was so dumb. And halfway through this movie, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid suddenly become really funny, and it was just like, no, I'm not a fan of this, because they weren't like that before. They just all of a sudden become, like, very witty and funny, and I was not a fan of that at all. I did not like the dialogue in the second half of this movie. I just did not like the second half of this movie. I just thought it was really, really dumb in the second half. Really, it was. And the problem was the shift in tone. That's really the problem. Also, let's talk about the spoilers in this movie. There are a lot of problems at the end of this movie, which I'll get to. Now, the one thing that I did like at the end of the movie was when they killed off their boss. That I did like, of course, because I thought that was well done. I liked that they did that because, I thought that was a good death, the way they did that. However, the way they killed him, the way, like, he screamed, I found it laughable. It was laughable when he died. However, I did think it was cool that did get Butch Cassidy to finally kill someone. I like that they did do that. However, I just thought it was very badly executed. I thought that was really stupidly done. And then the very end of this movie. Oh my god, I hated the end of this movie. I hated it. The end of this movie, as we know, there are a bunch of soldiers firing at them at the end of this movie. Like, shit's going down. It's getting really intense. There's a bunch of soldiers firing at them. And, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, they decide to hide in this cave. And they basically say, let's move back to Australia. They think they're going to kill all these people. The movie literally freezes on them, like, about to shoot them. And then you just hear all these gunshots. And then that's how the movie ends. Like, apparently they want a Bonnie and Clyde death. But the thing is, it was just really stupid to me, because did they die? What happened to them? I mean, I'm pretty sure that they died, because the movie doesn't tell you what happened to them after that, and I thought that was really dumb, honestly, and I'm pretty sure that they just died after that. But the way they ended the movie was just really, really dumb, and I thought it was really stupid, and I was not a fan of that at all. Just the freeze frame and things like that felt very gimmicky to me, and I was not a fan of that. And I will say this movie is good for a Western. Like, for a Western, I enjoy the movie. The movie's good with the time period it's in. I'll say that. That's one of the good things about the movie is it sets the time period. Like, you can tell we're in the 1800s. We're in a Western. You can tell that's what it is. However, the second half just really becomes ridiculous for the movie, and it really just became really silly, and that was the problem for me with this movie, was just because it became really, really silly, honestly, and I did not expect to not like this movie as much as I did, and I did not enjoy this movie as much as I wanted to. I wanted to enjoy it a lot more. I feel like if this movie were to be remade now, it'd be a lot better, because this was made in 1969. The technology and things like that, like, back then, yes, I can understand why this movie was a big deal then. Nowadays, it's not really that popular. You know, there's some 60 movies I've seen, like The Graduate and, things like that, which still translate well today. In fact, The Graduate, I think, translates even more today than it did, like, in the 60s. However, something like this does not translate well today at all. I don't like this movie. I wasn't a fan of it. As I said, it lost me through the second half. I wasn't even paying that much attention to the second half because I was bored with this movie. I didn't take it seriously. After that first chase scene when they played that goofy music, I couldn't take it seriously anymore, and I just was like, this movie is now becoming really stupid, and I have no point in watching this, and I really didn't want to do a rant for you guys, but I kind of am doing a rant, so yeah, I'm kind of pissed about this movie not being as good as it was, because it was really good in that first 60 minutes of the movie. I liked it. I thought it was a good movie. It was a solid movie, and I was enjoying it. But yeah, the movie definitely does have a major problem with tone and things like that, and I really had a problem with that for me. It just really lost me after that. Actually, no, not the first hour. I'd say like the first 30 minutes of the movie was the best part, but after that, it just got really stupid, and I didn't like it as much anymore. So, yeah, unfortunately, I really did not enjoy Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. I know, it's a shocker. I was expecting to enjoy it more, and the acting's good. I'll say the acting was good, but I just felt like the movie was just very badly constructed, and I just was not a fan of it. So, sorry if you guys are upset with this review. It's my personal opinion. I just didn't think this movie was as good as I wanted it to be. It just became completely stupid in the second half. It became a silly comedy, and they tried to make it like a comedy, and it did not work for me. I thought it was really dumb, and the ending was really stupid, like Bonnie and Clyde. The beginning of the movie, the first, 5 minutes when it's, done in a Western style, I thought that was really awesome, but then when they went to color, I'm like, okay, that was completely gimmicky, and I thought that was really stupid, but overall, that's what I think of Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. I don't know if you guys saw this movie. I'm sorry this was kind of like a rant, guys, but I really was not a huge fan of this movie. That's in my review. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be for another classic movie review. So I'll see you guys for that. Okay, bye.